Act 2, Scene 1.
Never again.
Good morning, sunshine.
Whoa, you look a sight.
Mhm.
You hold your booze like a sieve holds water.
I feel as though a team of horses ran over me. How are you two so fresh-faced?
Positivity and black coffee.
Not to mention that Humphrey has nothing between his ears tweaked. And then I didn't drink.
Teetotaler.
You're the smart one. I woke up with a pounding headache and a very blurry memory of throwing up on someone's shoes. You know, I might have dreamed that part, actually.
Nah, you did that in real life. Shakespeare's shoes, actually.
What? How am I supposed to look him in the eye after this? None of the other actors will never let me live this down.
Oh, don't say that.
No, we won't.
How angry is he? I'll be playing the fool for weeks after this.
While all the world is a stage, Humphrey is playing a murderer. Clear evidence that your personality has little to no effect on Shakespeare's casting. Do you remember anything else?
Not a bit.
That's probably for the best. Will carried you down into the wings, and the rest of us tried to make sure you could breathe. Everybody sobered up real quick once we saw you fall.
You could have died.
Yeah, you should have paced yourself better.
What? You didn't?
I mean, it's not the same. People would actually miss you.
Humphrey.
Only a little bit, of course, but still.
Humphrey!
What?
What am I going to do with you? Listen, I need both of you to be extra positive today. The town's criers report came in with our breakfast from the church. People are saying Macbeth is cursed.
Macbeth is cursed.
Macbeth isn't cursed.
It's a little bit cursed.
Just don't let Will hear you say it. Shh, he's coming.
Cast meeting! I'm calling it now. Where the hell is the rest of the cast? If the public wants to think we are cursed, let them! As soon as the quarantine hysteria dies down, we'll do the show again. Bigger and bolder. Maybe with cannons. I don't know. But here and now, we show them we can laugh in the face of tragedy. A different show with a different cast. A comedy.
Are you sure that's wise, sir? The king wanted us to perform a full run of...
Don't say the name. I don't want to hear the name. King James didn't stay long enough to remember the name. Why should I?
What comedy are you picking?
Much Ado About Nothing.
Trying to make a point?
Is that so terrible?
Minor charter, Will.
All in all, it is a good show. Ross, the roles, if you please. Thank you. Take a good look, everyone. I expect you to perform them well.
I'm Beatrice. Huh.
Looks like I'm Benedict. He is one of my favorite roles to play. Seems like you're stuck with me again.
I've seen bits and pieces of Much Ado. The role sounds like fun.
Ross played Beatrice last run, so you have some big heels to fill. Oh, do you know what this means?
Another show in a corset?
You got a bigger role. You did something right when you were on stage last night.
Maybe our quarantine shows won't be so bad.
We'll see if His Majesty shows up to this one.
Does anyone have any casting concerns?
I have one.
Yeah?
You cast me as Hero, the lady. I can't play her part.
Why not?
The role isn't right for me, as an actor. Let me show you what I'm really made of. I'll play Dogberry and I'll be fantastically funny. Or even Baraccio, the drunk.
Well, I like a lad with some ambition. What would you say to the part of Claudio? Love, betrayal, loss, a soliloquy all to yourself?
What? But I'm Claudio.
That role for the last 3 runs. It's high time we found some fresh blood for it.
Normally, I like it when you make up phrases. But if your idea of high time is this lowly rookie's leap at my role, you might as well leave the show on the ground.
Trey, if the wordplay you performed on stage was as good as the wordplay you threw into that sentence, maybe I'd take your word a little more seriously.
What? Will?
Hercule, you should take the role of Hero. It's a lovely, emotional role that will have the audience hanging on to every line you say.
I don't want it.
But why? Claudio is so much blander. He's a soldier, he meets a girl, he loses the girl, and then gets the girl back. And not even by his own devices. Hero has a great emotional arc. She's accused of adultery, disgraced, and cast aside. The audience eats it up every time.
Look, not even Drake wants to play Hero. I don't either. No one wants to be the second best ingenue.
I would play her. I would love to.
Maybe tonight, then.
Yes, tonight. Where I'll scrounge for crumbs at your leave while you turn down the royal feast right before your eyes.
Penelope, you're overreacting.
How can I be overreacting when I'm not even allowed to act?
I thought we might have changed some of that. Last night was something different. We were different.
Last night? I see. Real cute, Hercule.
What are you talking about?
And stayed behind to write a letter, huh? Some friend you are.
Humphrey.
No, I thought you were better than that, Hercule. I guess I was wrong. I can't believe you broke away from the group to woo my lady.
She's not your lady.
Oh, so I suppose you think she's yours?
No, she can make her own decisions and spend time with whomever she wants.
You're just saying that so it's easier for clods like you to get under her skirt.
Penelope, hey.
Don't try that tone of voice on me. My honor is intact. Humphrey, for all of the hot air you spout, the rusty kettle that they call your head must be even emptier than we originally thought, if you think that I would do anything of the kind with him. Much ado about nothing indeed.
Penelope, wait! You bastard.
Bite!
Humphrey, stop it!
You are stepping out, Humphrey. Come back when you can act like a man and not a beast.
Fine, but this isn't over.
Yes, it is. What are all of you staring at? Get back to work.
I should go check on Penelope.
You'll do nothing of the sort. I know your kind, Hercule. You care a great deal, but you're hasty, stuffed up into your own head.
She's going to hate me.
They say the quietest types have the hottest tempers. This is a fire that began burning long before you ever met her. Now hush, Shakespeare's about to speak.
Good God. Another outburst like that and we'll be performing Julius Caesar with real knives. We can't start from the beginning. Humphrey's in that. I want everyone to take a script and turn to the top of page 42. A group scene to remind us all that we are a cast. Okay. Ross, it's your line first.
Let's see here. Hath she made her affection known to Benedick?
No, and swears she never will. That's her torment.
She is Beatrice for the new actors.
They know. We all know.
'Tis true, indeed, so your daughter says.
Look at your script, not at me.
Sorry. Shall I, says she, that have so oft encountered him with scorn, write to him that I love him?
This says she now when she is beginning to write to him, for she'll be up 20 times a night, and there will she sit in her smock till she have writ a sheet of paper. My daughter tells all.
Now you talk of a sheet of paper. I remember a pretty jest your daughter told us of.
Oh, when she had writ it and was reading it over, she found Benedick and Beatrice between the sheet.
Oh!
There's a double meaning in that.
Mm-hmm.
That's my line at the end of this scene.
I know, saying it for the benefit of the new actors.
I'm sure they can figure it out. May we continue?
Please.
You're doing great, Ben, but I need you to speak up more. The root of all comedy is bigger, louder, and faster!
There's a double meaning in that.
Ugh.
Keep my lines out of your mouth, Drake.
Please, I knew your lines better than you last run.
And yet, you didn't know yours.
That's enough! Hercule, you continue.
I lost the page. Where's my line?
Are you all right?
Of course.
That is your line.
I know it's my line, but what is it?
The word that is your line.
Is...
No, that.
Stop it! We're not doing this dance again. Listen, Hercule, and repeat after me. That.
That.
And your line is done. Next line. Oh, she tore the letter into 1,000 halfpence, railed at herself that she should be so immodest.
Oh, right, that! I have it now. I'm on the right page. I apologize.
That she should be so immodest! To write to one that she knew would flout her. I measure him, says she, by my own spirit, for I should flout him if he writ me, yet though I love him, I should.
Then down upon her knees she falls, weeps, sobs, beats her heart, tears her hair, prays, curses, oh sweet Benedict, God give me.
Did you just cough?
Is it the plague?
What?
How many times did you touch Thomas before he died?
Oh, quick, check your underarms for lumps.
Phlegm.
You had us worried for a second.
Wait,
What?
look at my arm.
Blisters?
I think. Or is it a freckle? I can't tell.
Give it to me. That's a freckle, you clod.
Oh, thank God.
You nearly made my heart give out.
Well, this scene is well and truly done. You are all as easily deluded as your characters are. Take a break. The focus has gone to pieces.
Oh, very professional, all of you. Yeah.
And I'm going to sit on this stage until I can breathe again. At least then I can see the sky. If only a sliver.
Between all the time he spends out there during his breaks, added to his role as a lead, he's bound to sink down to the floor and become a very moody piece of scenery. It's a sign of getting a big head. I've seen it in many an actor. They become too good to associate with the rest of us.
I wouldn't say that exactly.
Besides, you've got a pretty sizable role yourself.
You realize my character spends the entire first act trying to woo a lady on another man's behalf. And Drake's character, no less. Why, oh why, did you turn down the role of hero?
I don't want a woman's role.
But a lead woman's role. Bail me out here, chap. I don't want to have to flirt with Drake. Not even 9 years of acting had made me that talented.
It's the worst. I have to play his maidservant, and his method acting means he'll actually be ordering me around.
I still think you're not being fair to yourself, Hercule. It's sometimes fun to pretend to be somebody you're not.
Believe me, I know.
Well, I suppose you know best. Here comes Humphrey.
Should I go?
Stay. If he's still causing drama outside of the play, on his head be it.
I brought dice. Hercule, peace offering?
I guess.
I should have known she wouldn't go for you. You're barely taller than she is.
You're hysterical.
And we're back together again. Well, except for Brodie and Drake.
I'm worried about Brodie. It's so strange to see him anxious.
I'll talk to him when he comes inside. For now, it's no use to worry. Let's start the game.
I'll wager a farthing.
I'll wager a halfpenny.
I wager a whole penny.
A tuppence.
A groat.
A shilling.
I wager a half-crown.
A half-crown?
I'm no coward.
Nor am I. A crown.
Both of you are broke. Sit back down.
4 pennies.
Oh, you're playing.
Well, yeah.
Keep your money then, Samuel. We don't need a wager to keep a game going amongst friends.
Okay.
Gambling. Just a day in this place and my soul already feels burdened. Oh, I think I can see a charter beginning to slip away. Can you see it too?
Why, yes, actually. It's saying, save me from this great overgrown vampire bat.
Go check your cheek, lest I slap yours.
Oh, what's that? The charter just asked me if it could join our game of dice. It's wagering your belt buckle and that ridiculous cane of yours for the record.
Insolent cur!
Stop! You're right. Lord Salisbury will stop. We don't want to fight.
We don't?
We don't.
Did you need something?
Yes. It's time for dinner. Even dogs must be given their scraps. Unless you'd rather gamble for your victuals.
Oh, no. Dinner takes priority.
I hope he doesn't mean it about our charter.
It's funny, you know. Out of all the people in the globe, the person trying the hardest to put on a show isn't even an actor.
Scene 2.
I'll take my oath on it. Till he have made a fool of me, he shall never make me such an oyster. No, that's not right. I'll take my oath on it. Till he have made an oyster of me. This is ridiculous. Make an oyster of me? I've known Shakespeare for 7 years, but every so often, one line will just fall flat. My kingdom for a horse? I understand it. To be or not to be. I've answered the question. I have marched with the woods of Dunsinane, and yet I'm stuck on oysters? It's this place that's the problem. For a building called the Globe, this corner of the world is awfully constricting. I've been around Will too much. If I'm monologuing my feelings to the air, I mean, it's funny to hear them all go about, all alone, conversing with the theater itself. All because they've given so much of themselves over to the stage. What is solitude but a listener itself? Yet I'm still talking. Actors all try to pry each other open, spilling their innards to the world in hopes of finding a few nuggets of truth embedded in the entrails. There's your oyster, I suppose. I'll take my oath on it. Till he have made an oyster of me, he shall never make me such a fool. There it is. One woman is fair, yet I am well. Another wise, yet I am well. Another virtuous, yet I am well. But till all graces be in one woman shall not come in my grace. There's the line. What's next?
When did the empty stage become your usual haunt? Mind if I come out?
The stage is yours. If you need to rehearse, I can move.
I was looking for you, actually.
Does Shakespeare need me?
No. Everything's fine.
You looked around lately? Fine isn't the word I'd use. You're a countryman, yes?
Compared to London? Absolutely.
How can you stand this? I would give my left leg to go outside about now.
But you're a Londoner. Don't you spend most of your time indoors? I mean, between the soot and the sweat and the plague, I can't imagine outside being your first choice.
There is no choice in quarantine.
Sure there is. I mean, we just know better than to knock down the doors and go spreading the Black Death through the city just to spite Lord Salisbury's stake.
That right there is a tempting thought. I will be okay, you know. Just a few thoughts to muddle through, and I'll be right as rain.
No, I don't doubt it. I worry about you, though.
Oh, you worry about an awful lot of things. Don't let me add to your troubles.
Will you come inside soon? It's a bit cold.
You head along. I'm going to sit here for a few minutes more.
Do you want me to stay with you?
Really, just a few minutes and I'll join you. There's no sense of us both catching a chill. I have a monologue I think could be made that much better with just a few more minutes of practice.
See you in a bit then. Oh, hello, Hercule.
Is Brodie all right?
As much as anyone can be, I think. See you inside?
See you inside.
Do you question me, as an honest man should do, for my simple true judgment? Or would you have me speak after my custom as being a professed tyrant to their sex?
Oh, no, I pray thee, speak in sober judgment.
Why? If faith methinks she is too low for high praise, too brown for fair praise, and too little for a great praise. Only this commendation I can afford her, that she were other than she is, she were unhandsome, and being no other but as she is, I do not like her.
Thou thinkest I am in sport. I pray thee, tell me truly how thou likest her.
Would you buy her that you inquire after her?
Can the world buy such a jewel?
Yea, and a case to put it into.
Sorry, I heard you monologuing and I couldn't resist my lines.
Don't apologize for joining in. You speak your part like you know it from experience.
I suppose. Walter cares a lot about you, you know. He's a real gem.
I might say the same about Penelope. He made quite the appeal for her against Humphrey. One might call it a case.
Touché.
I just know what I see.
Likewise. We should do this again sometime.
There's not much else to do but practice lines.
You should talk to Ross, too. He's worried about you.
I wish people would stop telling me such things.
They wouldn't be worried if they didn't care.
Are you worried?
Yes. Always. About everyone.
Me too.
Have you seen Penelope?
No, sorry. I'll let you know if I bump into her. Oh, man, I think I'm going to call it a night. I promised Walter to go inside before I caught a chill or something worse.
Would that we could all promise not to catch something worse.
Scene 3.
Oh, but... I'm so sorry.
No, it was my fault. My apologies.
No, really, I'm sorry. About everything.
No, you don't have to be. I was trying to find you. I owe you an apology. I'm not mad at you. Not you in particular. You talked of a world where I could act as well. That's the world I want. I wish I didn't have to hide it. I wish I had not yelled at you. I wish for a great many impossible things, but above all, I now wish that we might possibly be friends.
I wish for that too.
You can see all of the house seats from here.
I never thought I could just, I don't know, relax in a space meant for rehearsal. I guess there are perks to being unsupervised in a theater.
Hercule, I really am curious, and I am trying to ask you without judgment. Why did you turn down the role of hero?
It wasn't right for me.
I've heard the actors talk. They think the role of women in plays are beneath them. If you think like that, please tell me, and I won't bother you again about it.
Penelope, that's not what I think at all, I promise.
Thank you. You don't know how much it means to hear you say that. I hear the way the actors talk about me, about the roles I would give anything to play. It's funny, isn't it? A woman isn't allowed on the stage, but the roles I would want, they spend all of their time complaining about them.
I suppose I was scared. I couldn't play a role such as that. Not the way they'd want me to. Would you believe me if I told you that one wrong part could blow this entire chance for me?
I suppose I understand. But you are a wonderful actor, Hercule. You have to have a little faith in yourself.
Thank you, Penelope. I just don't know what I'm doing.
Is it the quarantine?
Well, the looming threat of a deadly disease certainly doesn't help matters.
You know, there's something my mother always says. Everything will be okay in the end. And if it's not okay, it's not the end. Nothing is okay right now, so it's not the end right now.
I like that.
I'm glad.
Penelope, come help Ross with his cravat.
What does Ross need a cravat for now?
Penelope!
It's barely been a first reading. Why does he need a costume piece? Coming, Mother! See you soon, Hercule.
You too. Oh my goodness, she kissed my cheek. Oh, Constance!
You have to tell her.
Tell her what?
You know what. The boys may be blind, but I'm not.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't lie to me, Hercule.
I'm not. Don't!
You get your cap back when you tell me the truth.
Please, Constance, what if someone sees me?
Why don't you start by telling me your real name?
Constance, It's Teresa.
I thought so. It's a lovely name, dear.
How did you know?
I'm a woman as well. Your mannerisms, your reluctance to take part in many of the boys' activities, and the way you treat my daughter. Most of the other actors would have mocked her mercilessly, yet don't think I don't know about your line readings. Any one of these traits alone could be possessed by a man, but when it came to you specifically, it wasn't difficult to put the pieces together. Not to mention that you really should have cut your hair better.
Please don't tell anyone. Shakespeare...
I won't tell Shakespeare, but you must tell Penelope.
I can't. We only just now were able to talk over the last mess this lie made. Do you know how much it hurt to turn down a role that she and I both know I would love to perform, and claim it was somehow beneath my manhood? I would have been hurt too. I can't throw it back in her face.
Then tell me, Teresa, what are your intentions regarding my daughter?
She's a good friend.
Come now. I've already seen through one of your lies. I'd like to hear it from you.
Women will love her that she is a woman worth more than any man. A Winter's Tale. I never understood what that line meant until now. It probably means more to me than Shakespeare could have ever known when he wrote it. She's a lovely girl, Constance. Spending time with her has been what's made this quarantine bearable so far. Is that so strange? You must think my words improper. Forgive me for speaking so openly.
It is refreshing to hear your honesty.
I know I can't be the person you want for your daughter. She's grown up in the theater. She wants an Othello to her Desdemona, a Hamlet to her Ophelia, a Pyramus to her Thisbe.
Seeing as those lovers meet bad ends, I'd much rather know my daughter was courted by a person who would take care of her. Who else would treat her so? Humphrey? Still, it is Penelope's choice in the end. Shakespeare has performed far too many plays regarding the misfortunes of arranged marriages to know that this is not my decision to make. But she cares for you, Teresa. I wouldn't be talking to you if she didn't.
Does she really?
Shall I send her back up to talk to you?
I suppose it's one of those things that will get harder the longer I wait, isn't it? Yes, Constance, thank you. Oh God, have mercy upon me. What can I say to her? Constance spoke truer than I could myself. Something about her is far sweeter than any man could be. Shakespeare says the truth will out. I should have listened.
I got Ross's cravat done. I swear the man has a neck like a snake. My mother said you wanted to talk to me. Do you want to do another scene?
No, it's something else. Penelope, what would you do to act on the stage?
Anything. But I'm hardly even allowed to walk on the stage. Here it is, right here. All I get to do out here. Would you look at all those empty seats?
Me too. I would have done anything. I grew up watching the shows from the audience. Just like you, I knew that was what I wanted to do.
I can imagine. I bet you were a sweet little boy.
I really wasn't.
Sweet?
A little boy.
I'm not sure I understand.
I'm going to take my cap off, and you have to promise not to scream. I'm a woman. Penelope, I swear I didn't want to lie to you. I only ever wanted to act on the stage, just like you. I never expected to meet someone like you, who I wanted to tell everything to, and I never wanted to hurt you. Please say something.
What is there to say?
Something, anything?
It's funny. You know, I always knew that Drake and Humphrey were laughing at me behind my back, but I never thought that you would be too.
I'm not, Penelope, I promise I'm not.
Look, Hercule, is that even your name?
It's not, but please believe me, I wasn't laughing at you. I'm telling you this because I could not let my secrets and baggage make a fool of you. Let them make me a laughing stock, but not you, never you. You mean too much to me to keep this from you.
You mean a lot to me too.
Where does this leave us?
I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore.
Please, Penelope, we can work through
not
this.
right now. I'm not saying no to working this out with you, just saying no to right now. This instant is too much. I have to think. There's too much and I just can't. Good night, Good night.
Please forgive me, Penelope. I never meant for this to happen. Ugh, Constance is right. I should have cut it better. Salisbury?
Cool?
No one will ever believe you. And he fainted. Well then, I'd better get this back on before I meet anyone else. And there.
Hercule!
Good lord. Do you know how many people I bumped into on this very stage? It's like standing in Market Square.
I had an idea, and I need your help.
At this time of night?
Please just trust me.
All right, okay. Anything for a friend.
What's wrong?
Nothing, really.
And you have no insight into the unconscious codpiece on the stage?
None.
None?
You're awful. Come on, I want to hear this. I need a distraction.
Scene 4.
Brodie, could you help me hang up this backdrop?
Sure. What do you need a tree backdrop for?
Well, you know that my family and I live in the country.
Yep, you and a whole caboodle of siblings. You seem very fond of them.
Do you have any?
Not really. There are always some kids my age around as I was growing up. We watched out for each other as best we could. But I don't know what happened to any of them after I joined the Globe.
Were you very young then?
I was 15. Even before then, I knew what I wanted. As soon as I could walk, I was shining shoes and fetching parcels, all to earn an extra penny for the show that night. Oh, enough about me, though. I didn't grow up with the theater, but here you are. Why did you move here?
I moved here about 2 years ago. I was 18 at the time, and the oldest of my brothers without a job. I had planned to be a stable boy, but they said I was too short, and that the horses would gallop straight over me.
I suppose that's a bit of luck. Could you imagine yourself living out your days in some lord's stable, never feeling the thrill of performance?
Ugh, I can't imagine it. Finding this place, auditioning, it all happened so fast. Spur of the moment, and now here we are.
Beside a tree background.
Beside a tree background. You know, whenever I was feeling poorly when I lived with my family in Bristol, we would have a picnic by the forest near my house. So, I know it's not the same as being outside, but...
Give me back that basket. I was saving that for a special occasion.
This is a special occasion.
I will personally ensure this theatre never sees the light of day again. That will be a special occasion.
Then consider it well and truly celebrated. I know full well you wouldn't have shared this with us. I'm just stealing back what you stole.
I will tell Shakespeare what I saw last night.
You know, they say the first symptom of the plague is seeing things. Things you can't explain, blacking out.
You don't scare me.
The sweats will come next, then the rash. Leave us alone and I won't tell Shakespeare what I'm seeing now. A man with the plague. You owe me.
So, I thought maybe we could have a picnic here.
Wine, cheese, and bread. I like the sound of this.
Oh no, I really don't want to drink. Remember what happened last time?
On strong ale crafted solely to make you drunk. A fine wine is to enjoy. Here, let me show you. I promise I won't let you pass out.
Tastes like a lie.
Oh, surely it can't be that bad. Nope. No, it is that bad.
We still have bread and cheese. No one has ever gone wrong with those.
Oh, I could tell stories.
They have my basket! Hurry now! Hercule escaped that way!
Walter, Brodie, dare I ask?
It's a picnic.
Say something, Shakespeare!
Oh, is that wine for me?
Sure, but it's piss poor wine.
Wonderful.
I can't believe these actors.
This is nice. It reminds me of a lazy summer meal with friends.
I'm glad.
Shall I compare thee to Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Oh, that's good. I need to write that down.
And it's down to just us again.
I think that's how I like it.
Walter, come on. You're helping me with my bodice.
Wait, what?
I thought I was done with ladies' roles, but no. I hope you're happy, Brodie. I could have played Claudio. I could have played Benedict. I could have played them well, but no. I get a dress.
Oh, shove off, Drake.
If I can't have my part, then why should you get to laze around here at all hours?
I'm actually...
Don't test me, Walter.
Let him go. You're being irrational.
fine. So grouchy.
Are you all right?
Yes, I think so.
I'm glad. Here, let me fix your shirt.
Oh, for heaven's sake, I barely touched him.
Your hands are cold. Do you mind if I...
No, I don't mind at all.
Drake, you're ruining a perfectly lovely picnic.
Oh, there you are, Hercule. This is all because of you.
You're welcome. You've got quite a large role now.
You turned down the role.
I don't owe you an explanation. Now why don't you leave Walter and Brodie alone? I'll help you with your bodice.
Fine.
That's 2 you owe me. What's wrong, Walter? You're bright red.
I'm in deeper than I thought.
Thank you for listening to Act 2 of Not Quite Romeo. Act 3 coming hopefully next Sunday. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day!